let's take, what was the problem? Let's take the flyer, that's easier. 2 pages, okay, we need 4.
When we are talking about this wizard, are you able to change anything just to start from this data which you shown to us, and then give some extras, for example, foiling or
of course,
or something like that?
You can add everything you want. So this is the result, for example, for 5,000 pieces. We need the SM705 for 25,000 pieces also, but with a different sizes, for example. Yeah, and you can change it. So you can see the costs for printing on this machine is 576. But if you want to have it double on a different machine, you can also print it on the Octoman if you have one. But it costs more than that, yeah. And if it's done, you get again the information within the expert mode. And here you can add, of course, different things. So as you can see, we have it now with 2 different calculation types. Because maybe there is one with the 25 print run or with the 5,000 print times that's maybe on a printed on a digital machine, for example. That's also possible. And you can also add at this place, for example, a finishing thing. So if you want to have, let's make a package. So you can have package in boxes, for example. You can add this at this place. So you can also change the printing machine if you want. So everything is possible. Yeah? You can also add, for example, packaging in boxes. If you decide to have a box like this, we get the information if we have boxes like this. You need 6 boxes with 998 pieces within the boxes. And if I need a pallet, for example, a Euro pallet, I get also the information. Of course, this is only one pallet, but you can add, if you have more than 200 boxes, for example, we recalculate also the pallets. Yeah? And it's also added to the price information. So everything is possible, as you can see. So this was the information about the knowledge-based calculation. And now we jump into the planning part. Do you have a question right here?
How much time the people have to spend on fulfilling the data for that?
To learn the project, or how to work it, or to make an estimation?
To make the estimation, to get the calculation for the customer, to fulfill all this data which is necessary for that.
So, for example, if as I showed you, the way it's very easy. So let's do it again, and you can count on the time measurement. So I start a new project. I make an offer. Let's see. Yeah, I select the customer, and I make where are my business cards? I make business cards. Okay. That's the business cards. Poland. I made 5,000, for example. I have 2 pages. That's the end format. I make the calculation. So we are now calculating in the background. It's done. So in this case, I make it on the SM52. That's okay for me. I say okay. So now I get the expert mode, and of course I get a finished price. So I now know the business cards 5,000 costs me, and that's opening in the background. The price now is 35 euros. I can add the product description if I want. That's the only thing, and it's done, and I can send out now a quote to the customer. So as you can see, that means calculation time around about 1 to 2 minutes. Yeah, and the offer can be sent out as well out from this program, because we can also send it via email out from here. So as you can see, that's the information which is going out.
Okay, can you do it once again, but making, for example, the book with a hardcover?
Okay.
And all these necessary things which should be here.
New project, yeah. In that case, I make an order. The customer is again whoever, and I have is it book hardcover saddle stitched, yeah. Yeah. So the book hardcover saddle stitched is predefined. We have a cover, we have a content, and we have an insert on the front and then an insert on the end. Yeah. And I make now 1,000 books. It's books Poland. The end format is A4, and I have a book with 234 pages. Post price. So that's it. I make the calculation. That needs a little bit more time than business cards, but it's the same process in the background. So we have 4 different types of paper. We need a paper for the cover. We need a paper for the inserts. We need a paper for the signatures. And so for the 1,000, we are now calculating in the background. But after that, we can change everything at the end in the expert mode. So that's the most important thing. At that point, we can also use IMP if we make the connection between IMP and our program. So that's also possible. And I will show you a collection order with how we do it with imposition. So that's also very easy. Yeah, it needs a little bit more time. So as I said before, if there are a lot of product components, of course we need more time, but now it's finished. We are now loading the calculated project. And as you can see here, that's the cover is printed on digital, and the content will be printed on nothing. Okay. As I can see, I made a mistake, but that's the price. And from here, I can say OK, and then I jump back in the expert mode. So that's the way how to calculate a finished book. So if it's predefined, and that's one of the most important things, a lot of products can be predefined in the background, so it's very easy to do that. So for example, if I have I want to do collecting orders or something like that, I have the possibility to branch to execute, where is it, ganging jobs. Yeah. So in this this time I get the information. So now we jumped into the imposition part. As you can see here, we group the information. So for example, we have a product group that means 4 colors with 280 grams. That is coming out from the web shop, for example. And I want to make everything. So I want to print now the whole group. That means we are now jumping to the business cards. As you can see here, There's a PDF in the background, maybe. Hopefully it's the right source, but you can add different PDFs. And we can now jump to the next step. That means we are searching for the best machines. So we can include or exclude machines as well as papers. And if we make the next step, it's now calculated in the background which machine is the best and what's the cheapest version. So I think you know the progress, and in this time, this is the cheapest version, how to produce this 8 or 9 different business cards. Yeah, that's the cheapest version if I take the used paper, and it's the cheapest version if I take a closer look at the layout, and the cost is like this. But you can also change it to this version, or you can change it to this version, or you can check this version if you want. Yeah, I take this one, and out of this I get again a finished expert mode if you want. So that's the way how we implemented imposition in that part. And as you can see here, that's the SM52, and we can also jump back to the imposition part. Yeah, so that's how we implemented the imposition to the program. Okay for you?
Yeah.
Okay. So when I make the collection jobs, yeah. So in this case, sorry, I have to save it. And now I'm starting. If I say, okay, I want to create ganging jobs. So we have a list of the open jobs on the site. So they're out of the web shop, for example. There is a complete list, and I can find this list here, for example. These are my jobs I have to do. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So different labels, different sizes, and so on. But I want it printed on the same paper. Yeah, we are talking about the close coated paper, and I select these orders. Of course, you can select everything, yeah, or all of them. It's no problem. But as I see the deadline, yeah, I prefer only this one. And here we start this. This is the IMP part, yeah. So, but it's connected to our system. So I say, okay, this is the product types. Maybe we have here in the background still PDFs if we want. If we don't have it, we can add it later. And now we are loading our machines, and of course all the papers we want. We can include or exclude papers and include and exclude machines. I keep it as it is, and then I start the calculation. This is still IMP, so this is the part of IMP, and now we make the calculation, as you can see here. So we get a lot of file combination. We can see what's the best or cheapest way to produce it. Yeah. So we produce it on this machine with this paper size, with this quantity. And if we say, okay, we get this back as a production in our system. But combined with the production or the way how to produce it, we also get the activities in the background which we need to fulfill this version. And of course, we get the price information, everything we need. We can also have now a work order out of this for the whole company. We can have it as an electronic version, or maybe we can have it as a normal version, and that's the finished production line. So that's how we implement. And of course, if there's a cutting or finishing product at the end of the process, we can add that as well. We can jump here directly to imposition out of our program, and as you can see here, we have this version. We have 18 pages. We printed on that machine, but we can add now finishing things like banderolling or cutting or whatever. We can also add external services like transportation or maybe foreign works like varnishing and cellophaning and whatever. So that is the implementation of IMP within our program.